Last time we have discussed about the PLSQL looping statement, right? In a looping statement, we have seen there are three kind of looping statement. One is a basic loop statement, right, in which we have to just write any sequence of statement between two statement. One is loop, another one is in end loop. So the statement which we write within this, that is repeated till the exit condition, right? So exit condition is given in separately in this clause in this basic loop statement, so that we have to terminate the loop. Otherwise, this loop goes to infinite, right? So, like in the case of printing the value from 10 to 50, you have seen we have to print the value of x, right? And after that, we increment this value by 10, and this is the exit condition of the loop. If x is greater than 50, then we can exit. We can also, in place of this if else statement, we can also write exit when x is greater than 50. So this statement also used to exit any loop statement, right? So exit when x is greater than 50. So this loop will be terminated, and we have to print all this. So you have seen in the example, so how we can print. So you have seen next kind of loop, that is called while loop. The while loop, the syntax is written as while the condition, and loop while with the condition. If the condition is true, we have to move into the loop, and all the statement in the loop will be executed. After that, we have to in this loop. So you have seen printing a value from 10 to 20. So we write while a is less than 20, that is the conditional statement. If this conditional statement is true, right, then we have to move into the looping statement, and we have to print the value of a, and value of a is now incremented by 1. So by default, it will be incremented, by default not, it is incremented by 1, and then again it will check whether it is less than 20 or not. If it is less than 20, again it move into the loop, and the value of this statement will be printed. So this loop is terminated when this condition is false. So you have already seen this kind of a statement in the C programming also. So another kind of a loop statement is a for loop. In the for loop, you have seen uh, we can write for, and there is a counter variable. That counter variable is initialized with their value. कौन है भैया? Hello, please switch off your mic or mute your mic. So for, we have to use for counter. There is a counter variable that will be count from the initial value to the final value. So there is two dots. That means the counter started from this initial value and in with this final value. By default, this value is incremented by 1. If you want to change this value, you have to do some kind of a processing, like if you want to step function is 2, so you have to write a equivalent to a plus 2 and so on in the looping body. But by default, it will be incremented by 1, right? So for counter in, the counter in between this range, that is the initial value to final value, so this value sequence of statements are repeated, right? So like in the case of printing 10 to 20, we have to use the for loop to begin for a in 10 to 20, and this statement value dbms output dot put line, it will print the value of a from 10 to 20. यहाँ तक हम लोग कल 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 कर चुके थे, ये नहीं किया था? अगर नहीं किया है तो मैं इसको रिटर्न करा के दिखा देता हूँ. See, in case of the while loop, we just copy this code and we run on the machine terminal. See here, क्या किया हुआ है कि we have to declare a variable a initialized with 10. So we have to print the value of A from 10 to less than 20, that is 19, 10 to 19. So every time this value is incremented by 1. Check whether it is printed or not. See here. So see, this value of A is printed first 10, when 10 is less than 20, it is incremented by 1, that is 11. So it moved to the, again, in a while statement. So while 11 is less than 20, it is true. So again, it move into the loop body. So loop body, it will be printed 11, then it is incremented by 1. So it again 12, and so on. It will be printed when the value of A is 19. When it becomes 20, 20 is not less than 20. So this value becomes false. So it will exit the loop, and this loop is ended by the end loop statement, then end the whole program and move to next one, right? So this is the case. Another for using of the for loop, using of for loop, we have to see, this is example again. So we writing here again print. So here the same process using the for loop, but here now for is used as for A in 10 to 20. That means the value of A is started from 10 and ended with 20. And every time the value of A is incremented by 1. So again execute it. So see here, it started with 10 and it will be end at the 20. So जैसे ही 20 हुआ ये exit हो गया and all the value between 10 to 20 are printed as per the statement, right? So this is the case. Similar, if we want to print this in the reverse order, we have to write a keyword that is called reverse. So we write here reverse, in reverse 10 to 20. So that means it is printing now 20 to 10. आप ऐसा नहीं कह सकते हैं कि हम यहाँ पे लिख दें 20. This value always denote the initial value, whether it is 30, 50, or whether you want to 20. So it's not printed in the reverse order. Basically, for reverse order, we have to write this reverse keyword, right? So 10 to 20 in reverse order. So check it and whether it will be printed or not, right? So we have to do serial. When we do the reverse, the value of A is now printed from 20 to 10, right? 20 to 10, right? So it is there. So over this, you can design a program to print the factorial of a given number. सभी लोग बना के दें. Write a program to print the factorial of a given number. Write a PL SQL program to print factorial of a given number. Small लेना, given number. चलिए बना के दीजिए सभी लोग. किसी ने भेजा? नहीं भेजा. टीम पे भी भेज दिया करो. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. सो रिवर्स ऑर्डर. हाँ
सर, जैसे कि आपने फॉर लूप में बताया तो उसमें सिर्फ 1 का ही इंक्रीमेंट होगा.
हाँ, फॉर लूप में 1 का इंक्रीमेंट. आप अगर कोई स्टेप फंक्शन लगाना चाहते हैं तो विद इन द लूप बॉडी, जैसे ए इक्वल टू, आपने कहा कि आई इन 1 to 10 लिखा है, ठीक है. अब आई को आप 2 10 से बढ़ाना चाहते हैं तो आई इक्वल टू इन द लूप आई इक्वल टू आई प्लस 2 हो जाएगा.
अच्छा, लूप के अंदर ये आ गया सर, आ गया.
कर लेंगे ना?
यस सर।
ठीक है, चलिए
ओके सर।
Okay. So we have to go with this now. See, we can also use this in the nested loop. जैसे आप पता ही है कि loop within a loop body, right? Then is called a nested loop. So it will be we first loop sequence of statement, then loop sequence of statement. We have to end with the first loop, then end with the second loop. If there is a number of loop in the loop in a program, so we have to every time we check whether we want to close the loop at which level. So we have to define this. The loop and end loop must be there so that the sequence of statement repeated under that loop, right? So we can also use with this while with the loop, with the for loop, any loop, right? So loop within a loop is called a nested loop statement. ये तो आप लोग करना आते ही होगा, तो आप बना लेंगे now. So we are going with the array. It's very important in that, right? So the PL/SQL programming language provide a data structure called the V-array, that is variable length array, right? Which can store fixed type sequential collection of element of the same type. So see, we have to create a array, and that array contain the element. That element must be the fixed type. What is the meaning of the fixed type here? See, when we create any array, we have to write create or replace type. Create or replace. This is already, if we want to create a new, or a replace is used when we have already an element and we want to replace it. So create or replace type, that is define a array type element. So we have to write type. Array type name is a keyword that is used for what kind of array is there. Then V array is a keyword that will be defined the array of the n number. So n is the number of elements. So what is the type of that element? So we have to write the element type. So what is the meaning in this sentence? So create or replace is a keyword that will create any object, like create a table, like create a view, like create a procedure, like create a function. So similarly, here we want to create a variable V array type. एक हमने फिक्स लेंथ array बनानी है, तो हमने उसका पहले क्या किया, टाइप क्रिएट किया. ठीक है, तो वो टाइप क्या बना रहा है, क्रिएट और रिप्लेस टाइप, और उस टाइप का हमने नाम दे दिया. ठीक है, और वो किस टाइप का है, उसके अंदर क्या होना चाहिए. सो वी हैव टू डिफाइन इट. इट इज ए वेरिएबल वी array of n length, n is the number of element, and what is the type of this element, it is defined again in the last. Like in the case, see here, see we have to declare an array, right? Name array. Name array is there, right? It is a type of an array. So basically we want to declare the names of employee or customer or student. So we have to define an array type. This is a name array, names array, and it is a variable V array. That means this is a variable array, V array of 5 elements, and every element is a data type, having a data type of varchar2 of 10. What is the meaning? Whatever the string this array will contain, the max size for this we have allocated, that is a 10 character. ये बात सबको समझ में आ रही कि क्या हमने अभी यहाँ किया है, कि हमने एक एरे टाइप क्रिएट किया है जिसका है नाम नेम्स एरे है, और जो कि एक वेरिएबल लेंथ एरे है. ठीक है, जिसमें 5 एलिमेंट हमने प्रोड्यूस किए हैं, यानी कि जो 5 ब्लॉक बन गए आपके इस तरीके से उस एरे में, और उसके जो एलिमेंट हैं उसका टाइप है कैरेक्टर टाइप, राइट? और जिसमें स्ट्रिंग की जो लेंथ होगी वो 10 लेंथ मैक्सिमम होगी, राइट? नाउ सी देयर इज अनदर array that is a grades. So we have to take here grades is V array 5 of integer. That means grade is a data type or array type. Grade is an array type of 5 integer value. Grades is an array type of 5 integer value. So once we have defined their type, we have to declare their variable. So variable is declared like names is a variable name of what is the type of this names? Names type is names array. So first of all, what we want to create? We want to create the array type, right? And after that, we have to create the variable or identifier, you can say. So here, names is an array that will contain 5 names or 5 strings. In a simple word, you can say names is an array that contains 5 strings. ये बात clear हो रही? What is the meaning of this? Names is an array that contains 5 strings. Now, second, see, we have again created one more variable, that is marks. That means marks is an array of 5 integers, right? Marks is an array of 5 integer elements, right? Now, see, we have to find out total integer. Fine, it's okay. So we start with the beginning. See here, we have initialized some value into the array. Like names equivalent to, we have initialized names equivalent to name array. The name array is the type, that is. So in that we have 5 elements like Kavita, Preetam, Ayan, Rishabh, Ajit. So all these values are assigned to the name. So these are stored as name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, and name 5. So see here, marks is again a array that contains 5 elements. These are the integer type. Now check. So we have to take the total number of elements in the array. This is a attribute of array. Count is an attribute of array. So whenever we take any variable dot count, that will return the value, return the integer value that will show the number of elements in the array. Count पे यहाँ पे किस लिए यूज किया गया है? Array के साथ में it will use for count. It will return the number of element in the array. See here how many elements are there? So here we have a 5 elements, right? So we just print how many total number of students. So total there are 5 students. Now one by one we have to start from 1 to the total number of element, and we print every name with their marks. So we have to take the loop. So we have to print DMS output dot put line student names. We have to provide the name of the student and their marks. So marks, so in that. So all these are printed one by one up to the total number of elements. So it will be ended. So this is a program that will show the each attribute, each name of the student with their marks. So like this. Total 5 student is there. Student Kavita. So Kavita with their this, because this is the first element of the named array. Then 98 is the first element of the marks array. So in that Kavita marks is 98. Preetam marks is 97. Student Ayan marks is kitna? 78. So on we can print it out, right? So इसको run करके देखते हैं.
सर यहाँ पे मार्क्स ऑफ 5 होगा.
क्या मार्क्स का?
कुछ नहीं हो गया.
So we just print it all. Okay. Control C. See here. If we run this code, right, where we have taken a data type like names array, we have to first create the data type, right? Data type is what? Names array, and rest this we have to define it is an array type, right? So on that. So we just printed it, right? So all this. So आप लोग मुझे एक करके दिखाइए. क्वेश्चन जो इजी है आपको, वो आप लोग बेसिक क्वेश्चन करते हैं. राइट ए PL SQL program to print the sum और एंड एवरेज दोनों ही, सम और एवरेज जो भी आप निकालना चाहें, एवरेज ऑफ 10 इंटीजर। सिंपल है, ऑलरेडी आपने कई बार किए होंगे सी में। आपको बस कॉन्सेप्ट में आपको PL/SQL के कॉन्सेप्ट बस ऐड करने हैं, राइट। राइट ए PL/SQL प्रोग्राम टू प्रिंट द सम एंड एवरेज ऑफ 10